Hello and welcome to episode 1 of Planets, a Merutso series. Now, this series is going to span across multiple seasons, multiple arcs, all in the same timeline. So, maybe eventually, some people, maybe from this art or another art, will find the land, and basically this map credits to A_Norwegian. He has let me use this map for this, and also for this using it for Discord and stuff. Also, just to know that line here, this line here, it must have not worked properly, and I can only do one recording of this, even though this is only at the start, because I have no clue when I have to leave, because I have to leave soon, but there's no time, like, when I'm gonna leave, because as the person isn't home that I'm leaving with. So, let's start the yapping, start the mapping. So where are we gonna start? Let me think. I haven't actually thought of this. We're not starting in Egypt. No, that's where Norwegian did his. We're not starting probably in Africa. I did think of a scenario where we could start in Lake Victoria. I tried that out, but nah. We're not. No, I'm not gonna start in North and South America. So it could be in Asia, but rare. Yeah, I'm not gonna start in Europe either. I'm gonna start somewhere in Asia. And you know where that place is that I haven't seen anyone start? Is it Indonesia? No, Japan. And civilization's gonna start around the Tokyo region, aka Kanto. And they're going to Johto. Those are the real life regions. And civilization starts off with the virgin. This episode's gonna be very short, as I said, I don't have time. So, yeah. This virgin starts off looking like something like blood. Why is this not working? There. It looks something like this. I just have the province border, and then I'll make a bunch of provinces later on. And for now, normally in episode 1 I make cities, but and settlements and capitals and all. But for this episode, because I need to leave soon, I'm just gonna do capitals. But I will eventually do cities. Now remember, where did civilization start? Here. So that is the capital. Meanwhile, they are going to explore. They find the sea here. They go around this peninsula. I kind of like how that peninsula looks like. It's kind of like an eye. That's the bottom of an eye, and there's the top of an eye, like a lowercase I. As they explore up north, and they explore down south, and find this river. Also, this whole world's map is different. Like, Antarctica is here. But I was trying to get this for a long time. I had up to episode 7, which didn't have Antarctica here. So yeah, now I have, and now I'm starting this. So let's get back to exploration. And expansion is going to start. as the red team gains all of this. They are very happy there's no competition, and nobody even knows that there is a possibility of two states. They people came and said, "You know you can make two states." They'd be like, "You are dumb. You cannot. There's only one state, and that is the state of whatever this name is, which I'm gonna actually name right now. I'm gonna make up a name. It's not gonna be Japan, but there might be a time what line kind of one where it is called where there is one called Japan, a civilization where I use real country names, but for this one I'm gonna call it Merutso. So yeah, Merutso. There's not much country. I don't think there's any countries that has in a so. Maybe if you've watched For All Mankind, skip like 10 seconds. 3, 4. Okay, so if y'all are here, you are not For All Mankind people. And maybe if you've watched season 5 guys, if you've not watched season 5, leave. Meru is like Bev Ayesa and wanted Happy Valley to become Meru. I honestly wasn't gonna. I didn't think of that when I was naming it. I was like, what should I name it? And I was like, Merutso. So let's start exploration. But first, are you back? You're back? Good. Let's start the exploration. And they explored this river. They go up. They enter Sakhalin. They go over to the Kowal Peninsula. Yeah, I'm calling that a peninsula, even though it might not be. As they explore Sakhalin and they go up north and roughly as far north as here, but further it's too cold because coldness ravages from roughly there. Because the sound is kind of a very more cold land. And with different climates and stuff, I might actually change the climate, like make a climate map up soon. But why am I in Africa? But let's get back to Merutso. What is Merutso doing? We're gonna see Merutso expand. They're going to expand up north all the way to here around this kind of bay area. I actually really like that border IOL with Sakhalin. I like how it goes down like that. For some reason, I just like when there's a big line like that up border and then just going down and having a bit of land there. I don't know why I like it, I just do. Meanwhile, there's a group of people in the province of Lefisk. What is Lefisk? But these provinces are made like kind of regions. They have provinces or counties. If you're in Ireland and America, they have states which are smaller than states. They're more like, let's say, the Bavarian sized. And then there is regions, which is more so like country size, like Austria like size of like Croatia, not Macedonia, Bosnia, that are part of Merutso. Meanwhile, the fifth region, Lake Soleil, they feel like Merutso has just been bad at ruling over them. This is the region of the fifth, and I'm gonna remove Merutso's name to over here. Merutso, but that region is the actual Merutso region, which is not called Merutso. And this language so is like land, so it's just called Meru. Meanwhile, this is the Fisk, like that. Meanwhile, another region, Lake Soray, this time they're not independent, but they're part of. They join up with the Fisk, making the Fisk even bigger. It's like some random region here. Not sure the name of it. But first, before I fill that in, I'm gonna just draw up the borders of Levisk. It's like they did fight back, but barely. The Levisk People's Army, as it's called, all fought back real hard, and like Merutso doesn't have much of a military, so they didn't really fight back, even though it's a province right near Meru, but Meru region is smaller. The Meru region is like that, and then this is a whole new region which I have named. This is another region there, and one region there. Along this river there'll be a region, and then another region. This will be a region, this will be a region. Let me just draw the borders. Like so. And this region is to join Levisk. And Levisk is now independent. So something they need is a capital. Where is gonna be the capital? I kind of gave a hint to this earlier in this video here. It'd probably be around that. Uh-oh. It'd probably be along this coast if it was realistic. I'm not near these guys, but I just like it. I just like it being there. It's just a cool part of Japan. I've never been here in real life, but I'd like to. As we see some more exploration into land that isn't land in real life. They're just exploring. They find another river and they're like, why are rivers so rare? Why is there not much bigger rivers? But little do they know, once they get over here, they'll be like, too much rivers, too much rivers. So yeah, let's get back to Korean exploration. As they stop exploration once they've gotten pretty much most of North Korea, and the Visk then and expands, they claim pretty much all of this. So the Fisk has just doubled in size. Let's see who's bigger. Is the Fisk bigger? they have 9,900 pixels on Merutso with 11,300. So Merutso is definitely bigger. Merutso has over in another region, in the region of Caspia. Second there. Civilization pops up. Yes, civilization is going to pop up all over the world, not just in Japan. But Merutso was the first ever nation. This is kind of like the Caspian Empire of these Pro series, but it's not the Caspian Empire of these Pro series. There's a color with India. So, if you remember Pozinya's color, this is the exact same size. Because he just used the base paint.net colors for the first couple of nations. So here is a new civilization in Central Asia, and they call themselves the Kanstele people. Or is it Kanstelar? Right. No, it was Kanstele. Kanstele. Like Kanstele, but Kanstele. As another nation group forms. Yes, 3 in 1 episode. There'll be more in episode 2 and more in episode 3. And civilization pops up in. Where does it pop up in? Does it pop in America? Nope. It pops up in Sweden. Over here. You? Why are you still in only the same color as the country in the region series? I thought I destroyed all the colors. Goodbye. But they're gonna just explore, and they gain. Well, they explore all of here, and they set up their first civilization. This is not a blue nation. It is orange Sweden. You thought you'd never see an orange Sweden. You thought they'd all be roughly this shade of blue, but no. I'm not going by the norm. And this country's name is going to be. It is the nation of Slosa. Originally, I was going to call it a variation of Sicilian, what Sicily calls Sweden, some Cephessia, called Cephesio, but no. As we get back, the Merutso and Levis, as they are going to explore this eastern Russian area for the last part of this video. They're gonna explore all of this. They find out that they are connected in other lands than just the Merutso Levis border and what Merutso calls Mercenaria. Yeah, there's 3 E's in that and 2 A's. Yeah. Mercenaria is the region of Japan. Uh-oh. It's kind of up to that river. There is the lead, and up to here is the region of Massachusetts. And if I ever need for law reasons to name a region, and that's when I'll do it. As a new nation, a mixture and red and blue citizens form. They form the purple team. So these purple team move to around this area. This I'll go around here, and then started expanding till they got out of here. They went up and they kept going. They found out they saw some red team people quickly hid, but they kept claim over this one. Otherwise, it'd be something like that. And then they went down and did not claim the coast in case Merutso wanted that coast. Yes, yeah, it does. And Merutso then expands, claiming pretty much all the southern Uganda far west. And again, not that west. It goes something like this. And now, what is this country's name? Like, if it wasn't, this would be Purple Siberia, or it's not in the Deep Pros, so it is, well, it was mainly like Merutso people. And they were like, eh, we'll probably get controlled by Merutso, so we won't expand that much. And then the Fiskians became a more, and they actually were the ones who wanted to form a colony. They just wanted to, well, nation, they wanted just to expand and form pro-Merutsoan nations and pro-Lefiskian nations. So the original land was called Ikowa So. Ikowa So. Now, you know, so in this language means land. What does Ikowa mean? Well, Ikowa, the first, well, was this guy called Iker, remove the accent, and he was the one to form Merutso, a Merutso city here. Let's give Ikewa So a capital. Where will Ikewa So's capital be? Will it be here? Yeah, the most southern territories, but like they're not really sure where to put their capital, so they decide on three capitals. A pro former left Fiskians population capital and pro Merutsoan and pro Merutso capital up here. And then the neutral capital opposed. Well, they don't want the neutral people don't want it to be called Ikera, so they want it to be called something else, some random name that will be revealed if it happens. Their capital will be here. I'm actually going to move this capital a bit more south, roughly here. And now, well, this has less population up here. And now that is the end of what if civilization started over. Episode 1. This is going to be titled the beginning of Masanera versus Japan. It's going to probably either be that or Merutso. Goodbye.